HikeNow.org presents the Catskill 35er series, Slide and Cornell Mountains. Slide Mountain, approximate elevation 4,190 feet. And Cornell Mountain, approximate elevation 3,860 feet. So the Slide Mountain out and back trail that we originally planned to do would have had us hitting Slide Mountain, Cornell, and Wittenburg. We actually ended up parking in the correct place, amazing enough, and heading directly up Slide, which is an elevation of a little over 4,100 feet, about 4,170-ish. At the summit of Slide. We then went down Slide and back up until we hit the summit of Cornell. Cornell is about at 3849, 3850, somewhere in that range. At that point, we had the choice of continuing on to Wittenberg or heading back because of the rain, because of the time, and because Marco was a little tired. We ended up heading back down, so we skipped the last part of that summit trip and headed back the direction that we came, summiting Slide again, and then the long downhill stretch from the top of Slide back to the parking lot. Hey everybody, my name is Brian E. Roach. I'm one of the hosts here on HikeNow.org. This is an intro that I'm filming to our most recent video hike, which was up Slide Mountain in the Catskills and then also up Cornell Mountain, part of our 35ers series where we're going to try and hit all the 3,500-foot peaks in the Catskills. I am filming this because I am GoPro challenged, and we did not get a lot of the initial part of the hike. So I wanted to get a little blurb in here to kind of give a description. The beginning of this hike is a little over 2.3 maybe miles of a steady uphill. You will see some of it on the downhill versions of the video that we did shoot. I need to learn how to turn the GoPro off and on and understand when it's recording. I thought I had it down. Clearly I did not. We will continue to try and improve at that. But we did eventually get it running. We got it working and had some pretty nice video. I did bring extra batteries, but then because it was raining, I didn't feel like opening the camera up in the rain to switch those batteries out. And we did eventually run out of battery and ended up taking some video on the phone as well. Hopefully you'll enjoy this hike. It was me and my co-host Mark Wilshire. And if you enjoy what you see here on the channel, please like, subscribe, comment, let us know if there's other things you want to see. And this will be the Slide Mountain to Cornell Mountain out and back trail. So I just figured out that I haven't recorded anything yet. I tried to record twice and we just hit 2 miles. You're probably happy I didn't record that one section because you were very tired.
Lying.
See? We're not quite summiting Slide at this point, but you can kind of get a sense we're in the upper area. And as you look up over there, you know, there's not a lot more height to be had. We're still steadily going up. Have been for over 2 miles. Couple of spots. Oh, it's kind of pretty down there in the pines. But you can see out there all the white because it's raining. I would love to tell you all the perspiration or moisture on my face is rain.
it ain't. Sweating quite a bit. So there we go. That's the trail to Slide Mountain parking area, 2.1 miles. Slide Mountain Summit is 0.7 this way. We're heading, that is the...
No, that's going into another parking area.
Phoenicia East Branch Trail Junction. Who cares? We're not going there. We're going here. 0.7 miles to the summit. See how fast we do it. Maybe I'll just leave this running and we can talk. I thought maybe we'd make a second site. You know, this is all eventually going on the site that we have called
Site that we're gonna build.
HikeNow.org, where you can, you know, come and see trails and hear our talking about trails, and go to our YouTube channel. Like, if you're watching this, that's where you are. Then I was just walking up to the trail, and it struck me, because Mark and I, we have our political converse. Maybe we could start another channel called Political Forest. And as we walk through the forest, we would just converse on all topics political. Why? Because, you know, opinions are, you know what they are. We all have them. And, you know, sometimes we like to talk about ours.
And some people are right, others aren't.
Yeah, some people's are right, and other people are just incorrect. Hate to say they're wrong, but they're wrong. Nice little, I like these trees.
Yeah, they're really
Kind of cool looking.
and slightly creepy.
It's kind of like a haunted forest up here on the top of Slide.
It's dark.
The dark forest. Maybe we're in Labyrinth. All the moss. It's the one thing we had mentioned earlier, which you would have known. Oh, that's very cool. Had we recorded it, if I was not inept with the GoPro, is that oh, excuse me.
Edit that.
Yeah, we'll see. Is that the rain actually seems to be bringing out the color. It's a lot greener, and I was in the Catskills like 2 weeks ago, where I did whatever I did, Sugarloaf and Twin, and I was amazed at how brown it looked, and definitely much greener only 2 weeks later, at least up here. And whether that's the rain, whether that's the budding, very cool little.
It's just nice.
It's just it's really pretty up here. And again, this is like a different ecosystem than where we were earlier. You can tell it's just a very nice pine foresty, rocky area. You know, Jim, my brother, the arborist, would be able to tell you exactly what these trees are. As far as I'm concerned, they're pine. Why? Because they have pine needles and they look like pine trees. They're like Christmassy trees. I don't know. That doesn't. I don't know what the hell that is. Jim, if you ever watch this, what the hell is that? It's cool, but I don't know what it is. So I don't know if we've come 0.7 miles.
No.
I wasn't paying attention.
No.
The one thing I noticed
It's flat.
is it's been flat up here at the top, which is nice.
Really changed.
Nice. Makes it more likely that we'll hit all three peaks. But we have to see what time is like. Have to see how the weather holds out. If it gets really super rainy, we're gonna get soaked because we're over 2 miles in anyway. So if it gets super rainy, we're gonna get wet. But so far, it's been very pleasant. Oh, look, see? I know I keep flipping you guys around back and forth, but you can see just a really pretty little trail up here. I will say this about the Catskill trails in general so far. They're very well marked. Not that we've even needed to look.
You could be severely impaired.
Yeah. For this particular trail, the trail is so well worn and so obvious that we haven't even looked for markers. But even the signage to make sure when you hit a trail split or a junction of some kind, the signage is tremendous. They do a great job of keeping, you know, these well marked and well documented. So that's good. You know what that log is? Mossy. Mossy. So, trying to hold out and see if there's a sign letting us know we've summited. I was a bit surprised on Sugarloaf that there was not, or at least I couldn't find one, nor was there one on Twin. So since that was the case there, not going to surprise me if there isn't one here. But we can pretty easily tell we haven't yet because we're still going up. Not a lot, but we are. And it's going to open up out here. Maybe that means something. Probably means we're going to get wet. But yeah, you can see, won't be a lot of vistas today, folks. Which means at some point we'll probably come back and do this trail again when it's not cloud covered. So we got to be fairly close. But don't know. Just trying to document summit number 3 and take you with me on this enjoyable little walk through the woods. Up and up and up. Ooh, pretty bird. That's still going up. All right, drink time. We'll be back when we finally get up there. So, you know, I like that to talk about how things feel Lord of the Ringies, or ring-ish. So back in here, we still haven't quite summited yet, we don't think, obviously, because that's up. But you can see it's just so cool, little, as Mark said, hobbit hole-ish. Could be an overgrown, deserted area of Hobbiton. Just the way the little crags have, you know, the trees and the moss and the, just really cool looking. So I'm hoping this 4K video on this thing picks this up better than a photo would. And off we go. Okay, so this thing right here is a piece of the old fire tower that is up here on the top of Slide.
Feels just like being on top of Everest. No.
You're lying. You can tell there's not really a vista off of Slide Summit because you're overgrown. There's all trees. We passed a couple of spots that would have been really nice, but essentially we're just white areas of cloud because we're sort of up in cloud and rain. But anyway, this is summit number 3 for me. Uno for Marco out here in the Catskills. We leave Slide and we're heading to Cornell. All right, so if this was not a rainy day, there might be something to see here, but that's what most of our vistas are going to look like today. Ah, Mark's gone forever. No. So this is I think we're past Slide Summit. This is some overlook that would have been on Slide. And I had to strip down. I was too hot. I had to lose the shirt. So now I'm gonna get cold because the wind's kicking up and it's gonna make me cold. So of course, you know, that's karma, right? Anyway, just so you could get a sense of the fact that we're not having vistas today. All right. So coming down, it's definitely a lot hairier than it was going up. It's not nearly the nice calm path that we had. Still not bad, but that's just one section of it. So we're headed down. What fun. So this is a cool part of going down Slide Mountain. You have these, I guess you call them stairs.
Oh, they're definitely handmade stairs.
Yeah.
Slash ladder. Actually, yeah, this is something we want to do for Ethan's bedroom.
Oh, well, there you go.
It's chunks cut into logs.
If these ever go missing, you want to go to Medford Lakes and find Mark's cabin. I won't give you the address, but you know, then you'll know where these stairs went. All right, we came from there, going down there. You know, I don't know if I should take you with me. Probably the answer to that question is no. But what the hell? Here we go, down the stairs.
I'm not catching you.
Remember, I do have balance issues. And the thing about these stairs, there ain't no handrail. So if you slip, ain't nothing to catch yourself on. Look at me, I can climb stairs. Ha! Where's Mark? Where's Mark? Oh, he's up there.
Yet I'm only 4 feet away from Brian.
Well, maybe more than 4. So this is a nice, interesting area. I think I've seen video of this going up in the other direction. But coming down, a little trickier. And ta-da! So we're still heading down Slide Mountain. It's been a lot of fun. Stuff like that the whole way down. It's very cool. Totally different hike on the second half of this thing. Coming down the other side of Slide is just a completely different trail. You know, it's I guess much more rocky in this and rock scrambly, right? It's definitely not the nice gradual ups and downs that we had going upslide from where we were. Instead, it's this all the way, you know, kind of down. I will attempt not to do that. Yeah. And you know, the wetness, look, there's no doubt about it. It's damp today. And the dampness. Did you slide again?
No, I'm just looking down.
Oh. The dampness is having its impact on the rocks. They are a little slipperier than they should be, or when they would be. I guess they should be slippery when they're wet. Isn't that a Bon Jovi album?
That would be Bon Jovi.
Slippery when wet. Okay. I would love to carry you down with me on this, as you see Mark doing, but
I'm not sure where I'm going.
I'm just not going to. Anyway, bye. Okay, so my misadventures with the GoPro, user error continue. The SIM card was full. I'm gonna try and look at it, but I can't see the screen that well, the tiny screen. I might try and see if I can get the phone to connect to it, and if I can, maybe I can try and delete anything on there that isn't from today, and then we'll have it on the way back, because there's some really cool spots that would have been fun to film with the GoPro that we missed because of this. We're at the top of the second mountain. We're on Cornell, so we're at the top, the summit. As you can tell, it's still misty raining. Marco's over there.
Clean my glasses.
Cleaning his glasses. We're eating our lunch. Just about done with that. And then we'll make a decision on whether we hit the third one or whether we head back. I'm not sure yet. I probably will leave it up to Marco. If it was up to me, I think we'd go. But if it's up to Marco, I want to see how he feels. And I'm okay either way. I'm not going to push hard for either one because it is rainy. And we already know what we are going to have to do to get back, because we did it to get here, because it's an out and back trail. And it's going to be fun. So it was fun coming down. It's going to be real fun going back up. At least we know that the hike down slide is a pretty steady, not a lot of craziness. It's just, you know, a pretty steady downward trail. So that's a little easier to handle after all the craziness that we'll have. And we don't know what we'd be getting into with Wittenberg.
I'm just counting
What are you counting?
hours that we hiked in and
Oh,
hours that we have to hike out.
so right now,
We're at
I'm
1:30.
flipping this all upside down. This is going to look terrible. I might have to edit this or not. We're at 3 hours and 15 minutes. So 3 hours and 15 minutes to here. You figure it'll take us at least 35 minutes, 40 minutes to get to the top of the other one if it's 1.1, just because it's not going to be
I
a
think we're
fast
adding-
mile.
We're probably adding an hour and a half.
Yeah, an hour and a half. So if we got out, that's a long hike. So I don't know what we're gonna do. We'll find out. If we don't film with the GoPro on the way back, we'll film with this or with his camera. We'll figure it out. Okay, bye. Okay, so I'm not quite as bad with the GoPro as I thought. I just forgot to delete all of the last hike's videos, which is why it's full. I still screwed up. I didn't turn it on and things like that earlier on, but it's on now. So now here we are again, top of Cornell. I think we've made the decision that it would lead us to be somewhere around a 8.5 hour hike, or maybe even 9, if we tried to hit the third mountain.
Yeah.
So we're gonna head back. We'll film some of the cool stuff that we didn't film because we thought the camera was full on the way back, which means we'll have hit 2 summits today. That's not too bad. We got a little bit of a later start than we probably thought we were gonna get. It's slower, it's rainy, slippery, so it's not so bad. But overall,
Good hike so
good
far.
hike.
Yeah.
Good hike. We will definitely probably do this again when it's not misty, cloudy, rainy. I'm gonna finish my protein shake. We're gonna start heading back. We got about another 6 miles to get back, give or take, you know, maybe 4/10 of a mile. So we should be still close, over 10 miles for the day. Closing in on 11. I
Oh
think.
no, we'll hit 11.
Should hit 11. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Closing in on 11. So see you on the trail. So just so you know, this would have been a nice vista if it wasn't for the fact that we're in the middle of clouds. So over 3,500 feet here where we're at, somewhere up on Cornell, heading back down. Just wanted to share. All right, here we go. Some of the fun. We don't want to go over that edge, but we do have to walk down here. So this was one of the exciting areas where we're like, is this where the path even goes? We weren't 100% certain. Why? Because we couldn't see a marker. So it's one of the first times on the trail where we really felt like, all right, the marker wasn't that great. There should have been one like maybe right here on this tree, something like that, and there just wasn't. So Marco has made it down, but you can see this is a footpath. Yeah, that's what this is, a footpath. It's a path for foots. And I don't remember what I did to get up here. But I can tell you that getting down, I'm gonna sit on my ass. So it's gonna be like this for a little bit of the ways. And skinny path. Oh yeah. All right. Well, we'll look at this. This is as you go down. Mark's gonna. We had to get up this because we couldn't get our feet high enough up. Uh-oh, the Yeti took a tumble. Did the Yeti survive? All right. That rock is a little slick. Hey, there's a marker. Would have been good to have one of those a little higher up. But this thing right here, you know, I couldn't get we just weren't tall enough. So we had to take the packs off and clamber up this. Coming down it, as Mark just jumped down it, I think I may do the same thing. Here, I'm gonna pass the camera off to you. And I'm gonna try and do a dip down.
Wow, I got down.
It's not gonna work the way I wanted it to. So
You're gonna wuss out somehow?
I don't know. Jump.
I don't remember getting on my butt.
I saw you. Yo! I am so graceful. Off we go. So here's a fun section. This is still going down from Cornell. There's a little slip. Down from Cornell in one area. And you can see it's, you know, there's a lot of rock scrambling kind of stuff on this hike, which is fun. Don't get me wrong. But maybe it's a little more tricky in the rain than you'd like it to be. There goes Marco taking the nice easy steps to get down there. Cool root system. I will say, for those wondering what our wildlife scenery has been like, we met a toad. And that's about it. A toad. Oh, several birds, that's true. All right. Well, as I've said many times, I ain't graceful, but I got down and I didn't fall. And that's a good thing. But I like this section right here because it's kind of cool. Anyway, feels kind of Lord of the Ringies again. And you know I dig that shit. Sorry. And you know, just again, it makes for such an interesting path. So many different things that you end up doing on it. You got sections that are like pine forest with a nice soft trail. You got sections that are through rock formations that are stairs. You got sections that are rock scrambles. So it's quite a variety on this hike, and thoroughly enjoyable. How you feeling?
I'm tired.
Tired?
Hey, we gotta go back.
A little tired. We're going up there. This is, I don't know, you know, I'm not sure what to say. This don't look like a footpath. This is a rock slide.
You have no clue.
I'm not 100% certain how to do it.
For some reason, I remember going down it now. Rip.
That's my Jean-Claude Van Damme move.
Yeah. Similarities are just astonishing.
I know. Success.
Oops.
Okay.
Wait. Too big. There we go.
So, we said, you know, it's going to be fun going back up. We've already had some fun. We hit the ledges again. That was way cool. Now we have what I call the route. So the route is to follow the route. And again, you know, this isn't, you know, what is it, 20 feet, maybe 15? It's not a tremendous fall, but if you fell from that onto these rocks, it would hurt, and you would cry and be sad. So I don't want to fall. But I got to go up this because that's where the trail goes. And the roots are very useful as a handhold. Much easier than I thought it would be.